The appeal court has ordered the academic staff union of universities to resume work, open universities, and let the student go back to school. That's the appeal court's order. Remember, the federal government actually took ASUU to court, demanding that ASUU resume work. It's not necessarily like they actually came to a round table and said they've been doing that after many sittings, meetings ended in deadlock. Finally, federal government took ASUU to the industrial court. The industrial court ordered them to resume the appeal. They went to the appeal court. Now the appeal court has finally said resume work before we can listen to you. So where does ASUU goes from here? Now remember, saying that they should resume work or ordering them to resume work doesn't necessarily mean that all the issues they've been talking about has been resolved overnight. They haven't. The issues are still there. But however, court has ordered them to resume work. Of course, they're not going to disobey the court. That will be contempt of your court. So definitely, they're going to resume work. In fact, they've come out to say they're going to resume work in days. Basically, this is the issue we're going to be talking about. How do they resolve their issues going forward? To the federal government, how can we prevent excessive strikes in our varsities? This is the topic we're going to be talking about. This few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name is Mr. Confess. With me to discuss this very important and very, of course, interesting and for our nation is the one and only
Sharon Charles. So what's the purpose for this strike if they happen to resume this whole meeting without any agreement or whatsoever?
To be honest,
what's the purpose? Why suffer the students?
To the best of our knowledge, federal government actually took ASUU to strike after several meetings that have ended in deadlocks without any concrete agreements. They now took ASUU to strike, industrial court. All right. So the industrial court actually said resume work. ASUU now appealed, went to the appeal court. The appeal court now gave a verdict recently and said ASUU should resume work. Now it's between the rule of law now, and ASUU. So ASUU cannot disobey the court. All right. Now, in fact, they actually came out to release a press release saying that they are going to resume work. Now it's not like the issues have been resolved. Like all the issues ASUU been talking about. The agreement they signed in 2007, the agreement they signed in past administrations, they've not really attained to those issues. But however, they have to resume. But we are saying now the issue now is you are saying they should go back. They are going to go back to school. Are they going back to work happy? Are they going to be happy?
Because whatever they are fighting for was for the betterment of the educational system.
Really, because I still see sentiment. I still see a lot of Nigerians who think that ASUU is blowing things out of proportion. No. That ASUU is overdoing. Are you kidding me?
They were supposed to do this and even do more if they have to. Because this system in the country right now is fucking education up. A lot of people are being messed up. Do you understand? Because you have people. I believe the reason why governments are not doing anything about the educational section in this country is because they have their children being taken outside the foreign country. From what I read, you understand? They said they want the lecturers are leaving.
Yeah, they are.
They are going. Drones. And if lecturers are living
in drones,
living this whole this system, who is going to be there to educate the people coming up, the younger ones coming up?
Where your
government is going to give the sound quality education that they are going to pay outside?
Your government are not necessarily thinking of that.
So ASUU has the whole right to fight to seek for more if they need to.
They
because
do.
It's necessary for the system.
But I think the argument to some people say that always, resorting to strikes every now and then to resolve your issues is not the best way. It's not the best way forward. It's not healthy.
It's not healthy and all that.
Because I had a lot of Nigerian students who actually say these things.
I think they don't even understand the purpose of what this thing is for.
This insistent strike, really, a lot of people say that it's ASUU's. Is it ASUU's fault? What are they supposed to be doing? How are they supposed to be working?
You're a lecturer and you're working, but you cannot afford to provide well for your family as a lecturer, as a teacher. Do you understand? You're supposed to have this confidence that I'm doing this thing. Why is lecturer living if actually they are getting paid well in the country? And why is it that our government or the political leaders are taking their children outside if they are not getting good sound quality education from there? And why do they think that their children are getting sound quality education from there is because those governments, they are providing well for the lecturers there. Do you understand? So if you cannot do this for your country, then what are you doing?
The way you're sounding is like we should campaign for you to be Minister of Education one of these days. I like the passion in it.
Because it's not sound.
But if you ask me, I think this is terrible.
It's not sound. It's not sound. And whatever because from what I read yesterday or so, that happened on the 11th of this month, was they have sat down, that the whole parties that were there had this, they are satisfied with the outcome of the conversation. But now, is it all about the conversation or the agreement? And is this actions going to be taken seriously?
They are not satisfied. First of all, I think it was an aberration that the federal government will resort to taking ASUU to strike. This is an agency of government, an agency. Education, we're talking about education.
We're talking about education. Number one priority that has to stand. I just think
for a very long time now, our government does not prioritize education. Let's call it spade a spade. We are not even necessarily talking about this very government. Not necessarily.
Not this very government, because the error has started long time
successive governments who have been coming. They don't prioritize education. First of all, I'm even angry. The 2023 budget has been read to the House, to the Joint House of the National Assembly, recently, days ago, by the President of the Republic of Nigeria. That budget is in the tune of 20.5 trillion. That's the highest in the nation's history. That's the highest budget ever in the nation's history. Can you imagine? 20.5 trillion. And out of that whooping amount or figure, is only 470 billion that has been allocated to varsities. So you now wonder why ASUU is striking more than thunder.
They have to strike, because I do not think it's healthy.
And
how
crazy.
Can foreign teachers come to the country if there's no balance?
470 billion. It's not even up to a fraction of that budget, which for me, that's where the sports come from. When you don't allocate a lump sum amount do you know how much it costs to run university? Do you know how many universities we have in this country? That's no wonder we churn out graduates every now and then cannot even hold their own when occasion arises. Electorates, Nigerians, ask these guys questions. These guys that are coming for us to vote for them.
What are they coming to do?
Education is very paramount. Security, let's ask them. Let's engage them. How are they going to solve? How are they going to solve these issues?
All those stores are
Trust me, because it's something that is sad. That every other time our universities will be locked up for 8 months. 8 months. What are we doing?